Hi, welcome back to the Casey Show, ladies and gentlemen. I've had a good day. I've made some glass knives. I've went out. I went out tonight and party a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got some dancing on a little bit. Drank a little bit. Smoked a little bit. You know how we do. Having a good time is how we do. Talking to the ladies a little bit. Hanging out with the fellas. Kicking it old school. Which I know it's cheesy to say, but it's true. It's true. There's a lot more fools out there. It's not as old school as they used to be, you know. Chasing their kids around, you know what I'm saying? Not letting their kids chase them around. If you're going slower than your kids with those little teeny legs they got, you're not outrunning them, you know what I'm saying? They'll run you down. They will run you down. You've got to watch out for kids, dogs, and cats. They say you can't train a cat. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Cats are fucking brilliant. So train's not the right word as much as ask or, show. Show them, like, check it out. If you want to go out the door, we could walk over there. Next thing you know, he's like, I'm gonna. And I mean, no, it's pretty obvious too. Like most conversations, are like with everybody. Humans aren't any better either. They come up like, "Hi, how you doing?" And really they're like, "I need a beer." And they're like, "Hey, could I have a beer?" The guy's like, "Sure," and gives him a beer. And all of a sudden, this guy's perfectly content for a little while. The delicious beer he got. So commonly, I think the problem is you always get more stuff. You always have something more to eat. There's always more water. And I mean, if not, then you're dead, and then you probably go somewhere where there's water, because that's how it works. But I almost said I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, which totally ruins it. Like if you're trying to remember what you're talking about and you say I don't know what I'm talking about, right? So I kind of got halfway into the I don't know what I'm talking about, and then I kind of almost remembered, and I was like, "See, that's what I told you." Not all of you have this figured out. There's plenty of you out there going, "Oh, duh," and then there's other people going, "Oh, it's good to know. I didn't know." You know, there's a time and a place when everyone discovers a thought. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of thoughts that totally fucking common to some people. They call common sense, right? Well, common sense isn't always so fucking common. Like the power of these guys or this. Some people just suck these down. I do it too. I'll be driving along and fucking smoke a million of them. And that's the problem. Just when I can pay attention to it is a fire, and smoke comes off like people just fucking blare it off. They're like, you're blowing on the fire, and it's very torture, weldy, crucible, crucify. Come on. So to not crucify yourself, to not give yourself cancer, you don't want to suck in all the stress in your life and say it's a stress reliever when it's a stress injector. So to have it be a healer, you want to slow down and you want to let the smoke come off. Then inhale, oh so gently, but not too slow. If it's a little too slow, it'll get you right. It'll hurt your frog. You got a little frog that lives in your throat. He's a little tree frog kind of guy. I don't know if you know about him. My mom taught me about the little frog in your throat. You'll get caught sometimes. I always wonder what caught him. Like, was it a net? Or was it that little dangly thing in the back of the throat? But you'd think he'd catch it, really. You know, he's small. You'd think he'd be bigger than the dangly thing. I mean, he feels like he's bigger. So the whole frog spiel is what we call a side tangent, ladies and gentlemen, in a mind frame. Like, I was in one story, and I got to a point where I thought of a completely different story because something right there in that point reminded me of this other story. So what I did is I offshot, and a lot of people do that. They go in this 90-degree like crucifixion design, and one of my first teachers taught me that if you have your thoughts placed next to each other in a circle instead of across, you can see. See, the fact that I just said that, and I'm going to put this directly on YouTube, you know, makes me wonder, like, there's a lot of people very devout to a cross, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I ever move on in this world or get killed, because really it's my time to go. Like, I mean, I've been in enough fucking crashes and things to know that I think you're here till your portal opens and you go through it spiritually, you know, physically, poof, you know, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Stay if you will, leave if you must, you know. So it depends on if you even go through the portal. You'd be like, oh, look, the door open. Fuck that. I'm gonna hang out above my friends and fucking fuck with them. Like my buddy Michael, who's right around here somewhere. He's over there. Obviously, he's in the light. Michael, we called him Just Mike, died. He was 23 or 4 or 5 or 6 in there, younger 20s. And this is a really important story, mind you. He was really drunk. You know, probably had 3 or 4 or 5, 6 too many. Really good beers too. Eugene, Oregon. He probably had, you know, a couple Dead Guy ales, an Arrogant Bastard, and a couple Mere Ponds and a Sierra Nevada. You know, and he enjoyed every single one of them, like I was talking about with a cigarette. You know, and he was partying on, and he'd cut up a line of Oxycontin and did too much. So, I mean, blessed are the people who die serenely. I mean, it doesn't happen to everyone. There's so many ways you can die. It can be very brutal, you know, and that's my fear. Not the passing on as much as that moment of what the fuck happens to get you to pass on, you know what I'm saying? So he had a beautiful death. He went to sleep fucking floating on a cloud 9, sleeping in a beautiful bed. And when I met Michael, he had told me about a story when he was on LSD where he was at a festival and, you know, watching everyone dance, and he started to see all their different totem animals and different angel wings, and, you know, seeing through to the other side, like the sentient side of what our spirits are and what are always, you know, our eternal truth. And then he said he was in a bed in the universe, and he was so perfectly content, and he was looking out of the bed, and just looking at the cosmos. It was absolutely beautiful in every color, a full rainbow. I love you, Michael. And you're not just Mike, baby. You're our right-hand man. Amen. I love you, and blessed be. I can't wait to see you in the eyes again, my brother. But for now, I'll see you in the eyes in my third one. I still see you. We had so many good experiences, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do, you know? It's like we talk about someone like that and you see that experience, they're there. Spirit is ignited within you like a flame, my friends. Hold on to flames, but do not smudge them out. Do not, you know, keep people from being able to return. Like Bob Marley, you know, if you love him so much, let him go to the ether. Let him pass through the light, and boom, you know, Bob could be again. You could come back from heaven, you know what I'm saying? Just like Michael Jackson or my mom, you know? We have wings. We do. We're beautiful, beautiful things. Once people learn that and accept it and don't fight it and keep looking up or around going, where is the help? And realize how powerful and beautiful you are and how much you can help save the world. If you just get up, come outside your door, get out of your car, get a break, a longer vacation, come to the people of light, and I swear to you, we'll find ways to help pay some bills that are keeping your flame smudged, because with your flame glowing more too, we all glow more. We need to learn to work together. This isn't communism. This isn't Russia. This isn't World War II. This is 2012. By December 21st, I have a dream that we will be dancing on far more than a 51% of the planet. I think 75 to 100% of the planet will be, no matter what, at least dancing inside, even if you're sitting. The connection between us all is so ancient and really worth just blessing and using every day for everything you can, man. It's so fun to live, even the worst situations. You know, excruciating pain obviously sucks. That's my least favorite about being mortal, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. All the bad days and all the broken hearts and everything are totally worth it. I promise.